Yo, what is going on? PartTimerZack here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the features that they added for Fallen Star. So some of the stuff you guys may have already seen, but I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I feel like kind of goes under the radar, especially when it's kind of tucked away in this news info. For the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the monthly C-Pack. If you guys want me to do a dedicated video, I could definitely do that, kind of comparing the passes. But from what I understand, and even looking at it over on stream the other day, it looks like the main monthly pass is still going to be a little bit better, even though you have to pay a little bit of a difference. There, you can actually use the extra currency to keep buying the passes, so you essentially only have to buy the extra currency like that one time out of 3 months. So if you want a little bit more of a detail on that, I can definitely break it down for you and give you a little bit of an idea why the monthly pass C isn't really as good as it kind of shows, and go from there. But the other thing is going to be an added switch internet connection option to the login screen. Commandants who have tried to switch the connection mode when you have logged in error issues under some specific situations. This does help out quite a bit. I've had kind of an issue, especially jumping into the recent event of just having a little bit of an issue with my internet connection. So this has helped me actually. So if you are one of those people that are having a little bit of an internet issue, make sure to click this one as well and kind of see if it can help you as well. Now, the next one is going to be like literally my favorite thing and everybody's favorite thing, the quick equipped memory button. Why they didn't just put this in the first place, I don't know. But essentially what I'm talking about is whenever you go into your memories, you can now make a memory set. So essentially you can call it whatever you want. I am just kind of calling it based on what it is, like QTE, healer, DPS, and you can just make them set. So for example, I'm like, okay, well, I want my alpha to have this set. Okay, great. Now she has this set. Now, you know what? I actually want my alpha to have the DPS set. You know, this helps out quite a bit, especially when you're doing Pancake or the Tower of Babel. You're able to jump in there and you're able to equip sets and stuff like that and not have to go in here and manually do it. Now, you do have the unequipped thing. You can do it just like that if you want to. And if you're just trying to get rid of everything real quickly, but you don't really have to do that. You also don't have to do that between characters, for example. So if she is equipped with everything, if I want her to have it, I can actually do it. It does not mean that I have to go in there and unequip it from Alpha. It will actually tell me that, hey, Alpha's using this. Do you want to equip it anyway? If I say yes and it equips, it will take it off of Alpha for me. So I don't actually have to do that. You can see that she doesn't have anything. And that's just kind of a nice thing to kind of see, because a lot of people have been like, okay, well, it's nice that I can unequip, but it would be nicer if I could equip things. So it's nice that they really did add that and kind of gave you a little bit more of an idea. Now, talking about the next thing here is going to be the manual lock-on feature for the visual perspective in the battle. This is something that I was hoping that they wouldn't do the way that they did it, but unfortunately they put in the old version where you have to like click an empty space to switch between targets. I cannot do it. It messes me up. I'm playing on an emulator, so maybe that's why, but it throws me through a loop, especially on Tower of Babel. I get so confused. My lock-on goes onto something like completely different. But if you are looking to essentially change that function, or you want to see how to do it, you go up to your settings to the top right here, and then you go down to others, I believe. Yeah, others. And you can change from auto lock on to manual. Like I said, it's a tap and empty space, excluding the joystick area to switch lock on targets. Press and okay, so press and hold to unlock the target. So this is something that I really want to do. Eventually they will add a button into it where it's actually on the screen. You can just click it and it will switch between targets and stuff like that. I don't know why they didn't do it in the first place, but I guess, you know, they're just probably going on the same kind of schedule essentially from all the other versions. So I guess I'll kind of wait. So the next one actually does come up, the manual lock-on or whatever. The update comes in the Esbianca stuff. So I guess it's not too far away, but it's just kind of annoying that they didn't do it. So the other part is going to be added red notification badge for the weekly refresh of bounty missions. I love this. I love being able to see, hey, I need to go grab my bounty missions, or hey, I haven't grabbed them yet. I need to make sure to do those. It's something that just like I always miss because it's so tucked away essentially that I never think about to do it. So it does help out quite a bit that they have a notification for that. Added a reminder for your monthly pass. So if you are a monthly pass subscriber, usually it would just stop and you wouldn't know like, hey, it's been 30 days or whatever, because not a lot of people get it. And then they count down the days. Essentially, it will pop up every single day and it'll tell you how many days you have left. But not a lot of people think about it once it expires. You miss a day essentially. So it is nice that they will pop up eventually saying that, hey, this is nearly expired. You need to re-up it if you want to. And then the other things are going to be fixing the abnormal issues with voice and the interact for sound constructs. Now, the next thing I really wanted to talk about though is going to be the last two. Essentially, custom leader position is supported, and then formation once used in stronghold will be saved automatically. I was so tired of doing that. I was so tired of having to constantly put in my constructs and stuff like that. So it's nice to see that stronghold is going to be able to put that in there for me, and I'm going to be able to do it. So the custom leader supported here. So real quickly, I'm just going to jump into like a random mission just to give you guys an idea what this is talking about. You can see that she's a leader, but I can make, you know, blue leader, I can make yellow leader. Now, why this is kind of important is because some skills help out quite a bit, and you don't have to keep like rearranging everybody, and you don't have to have the red as your main leader. If you want yellow to be kind of your prompt or something like that, or maybe you want to use a certain characters or whatever, you can do that now. You don't have to worry about having a different freaking leader every single time. You can actually choose which color you want, which is really nice. I'm personally just going to use red still. I don't really see that it changes too much with the current team that I have, but do fluctuate with that a little bit if you are interested in kind of messing around with it. So the last thing here is going to be talking about the pain cage. I really just want to jump in this real quickly. So they did remove Riot. Riot's really annoying. If you guys ever had to go against them, auto clear can no longer be used on Chaos and Hell, which I'm not necessarily sure why, but you know, honestly, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. And the main thing is the Phantom pain cage is going to be increased from 3 to 4, meaning that if you go in here, you can do 4 of these runs. Now, the thing is, I did say this in another video when I talked about this originally, it's not really going to change much for the rankings. Everybody gets the extra slot essentially, so you are going to be probably in the same rankings, but it does give you a little bit more playtime. You can kind of grind through a lot of different things, and it allows you to kind of go back on some different things that you may have missed or whatever. So it gives you just a little bit more time, but do keep in mind that you will have to try to think about how to do your constructs because you only have so much stamina with each construct. And so if you're doing 4 times a day, that construct will be out of AP a lot faster, obviously, because you have an extra day. So just keep that in mind. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the overall improvements that they're adding to the game. I know that they're adding way more stuff. I kind of wish that they would have skipped the manual lock-on thing, I guess, and went on to the better one. But I can't complain because it does come in the next patch. So it's not necessarily like super far away. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you kind of a heads up if you guys didn't know a lot of that stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Peace.